So like we was just talking about questions like, what do you think a high school coach's responsibility is to help a student athlete get to that next level in life, and just, further off his college career? What do you think that is?
Well, I'm going to tell you, my first high school coaching experience was in 2003, right after I quit playing college football. Mm-hmm. And I was on a coaching staff with a team. They only won one game. They were terrible. We had 21 players on the team. It was a small school in Tallahassee, Florida called FAMU High. Okay. We had 21 kids. And the offensive coordinator, who became one of my mentors, he told me that it was his goal every single year to send one guy D1. Now, this is a man who's coaching a team that we ain't getting no wins. Yeah. But his goal every year was to send one kid D1. He didn't say his goal every year was to win a state championship. His goal was to send people to college. And I coached on that staff for 8 years. And 8 years consecutively, they always had at least one Division I player, and then not to mention Division II, Division III, NAIA, and JUCO. But that was the focus. So that's really where I where I kind of learned and developed my philosophies and my approach to coaching high school sports was like, man, this is supposed to be a developmental stage. And anybody who wants to go to the next level can with hard work and provide them with this right support system. So that's just how I look at it. Like, it is probably the most important aspect is helping kids go to school, because that's where they're at. They're at high school. Like, everybody who's in high school is supposed to be moving forward, whether it's the trades, college, like whatever, right? It's supposed to be a profession. You're supposed to move on. Like, your career shouldn't stop at high school. So if you want to play college ball, then your high school coach is supposed to help you. Just like if you want to be an engineer, your math teacher is supposed to help you. Right. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a scientist, your science teacher is supposed to help you. Right. If you play basketball, your basketball coach should do the same thing and help you get there.
What's like some basics, like, just to let the audience know, like, what you think should be essential for them helping them, like some basics?
Yeah.
What were some things y'all were doing?
Yup. So down in Florida, man, that's a good question, and it's two parts to that. So one of the basics is networking. Mm-hmm. Communication with the colleges is vital. Mm-hmm. The main thing that I found out down there was a network. Them college coaches would come into the school and they already knew the high school coaches by name because they visited frequently. They came there every year. And, this is pre-NIL, but I'll talk about it a little bit. I had the coach from Marshall come in and say, which one of you guys is the running back coach? I raised my hand. He said, I have keys to a Mercedes-Benz. If you can get me the running back from this school, I won't say his name. He's on my Facebook page. But I ain't get the keys to the Benz because my boy ended up going to Georgia Tech and not Marshall. Right. But it was that kind of relationship, you know what I'm saying, where it was friendly. They knew the guys that were coming in and out of the building. They were real familiar. And so just building those networks, man. If the high school coaches don't know any college coaches, then the college coaches ain't gonna call.
Right there.
And he ain't got your cell phone number. He don't got your email. So high school coaches should be attending college camps. They have college clinics for coaches. Like, any coach right now can go sign up to be for basketball, football, baseball, anything. You can go sign up to the Gopher coaching clinic.
Right.
And go meet the coaches on the staff. And while you're meeting them and eating with them and hanging out, hey, man, I got a guy you should come see. All right, I'm going to swing through during the open period. That's literally where it starts. And then the next part, as far as like what the players should do, the players got to show up. They actually got to take that step to go and meet those coaches as well. Right. I know you guys, we teased y'all about being a basketball podcast, but one of the things that I noticed, like, a lot of basketball players don't do, they don't go to the camps. They rely heavily on AAU.
Yeah. But they're not going to those camps.
But they're not going to the camps. Yeah. Dog, my stepdaughter, Chanel Anderson Manning, she hooped for CDH. Yeah. Then she went on to Hamlin. This is a true story. I took her on a college tour. We went to UNI. We went to Drake. And I think we went somewhere else all in one weekend. She balls at the Drake camp. Afterwards, I'm in the hallway. The head coach walks out there. She's like, "Are you the father of number 3 or whatever her jersey was?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "What class is she?" I'm like, "Oh, she's gonna be a senior." She's like, "Man," she was like, "I will offer her if she's willing to walk on. She could come here." She's like, "I wish I had scholarships left. I had already offered everybody in the class. So I don't got nothing left, but she could hoop."
Right.
A lot of high school kids ain't taking the opportunity to pay that little $50, $60, $75 to just go perform right in. And the whole coaching staff is there working with you. And it really don't be the top hoopers there, because all the top hoopers like, "Oh, I do AAU." Mm-hmm. So really you could go be the star at the camp and the colleges can see something in you.
And show them that work ethic, show them that drive.
Bro, my son plays baseball on top of football and basketball. I bring him to the Gopher baseball camp every year. The head coach walks him over to me. man, he's doing great. He's looking good. Cause you're the only black boy at the whole college camp. You know what I'm saying? So where's your dad? Bring them right over. So that's one thing I would recommend to the players, man, is start hitting them college camps up. Yeah. It's right there on the website. You know, just search whatever school you want to go to. Take that little drive and go show them coaches what you could do in person.
Do you think coaches can do well, I guess like you said, I mean, the players is up to the players too, but do you think the coaches can do a little bit better job of pushing those players to those camps?
Absolutely. One, being informed, right? Like, again, it's the high school coaches. To me, it's their job to be the resource. If you're a high school student, you're in my classroom, and it's my job to teach you how to read. Yeah. I shouldn't expect that you coming in already knowing how. I got the books. Right. So as a high school coach, like, I'm the one that's supposed to be telling you. You might be raised by a single mom that ain't never played no sports. How you know to go to a college camp? Right. You don't know where to sign up. You don't know when they start. So it should really be in my repertoire. I should have a whole database just set up. Like, man, you can go to Concordia on this day, Minnesota State, Mankato, pick one. Or I'm a good evaluator of talent. I've been coaching 10, 15, 20 years. I kind of know where your level are. I can tell by your body type. Let me recommend a good school for you. Right. Everybody want to go to Ohio State, but you ain't 6'5", 220.
You just ain't Ohio State material.
But you know what? I'm going to send you up here to Bemidji State. Right. A lot of kids, especially from around here, can get D2 scholarships easily, but the D2 schools don't even know they exist because we don't really, our kids don't show up.
Don't go to them camps.
They don't show up.
Yeah. And then the kids that is like high ranked, they looking elsewhere.
Exactly. Exactly. All those high ranked players are being recruited nationally, and on a lot of platforms, that's where the focus is, right? On the big name guy, because that kid gets the clicks, the streams. He does all the selling. A platform like this, God bless y'all for what y'all are doing, but you guys are giving opportunities to the kids that are D2. You know, or mid-major.
And D3.
And D3. You know what I'm saying?
D1 JUCO.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
D3 JUCO. Yeah.
And those colleges don't have the same resources. So they don't have the ability to fly coaches all over the country to find kids. So you don't think that they would appreciate if a high school coach, a player, or a platform like this was to help guide kids to them? Because they don't, you know, the Gophers got money to fly down to Texas and see a kid, but Minnesota State, Mankato don't. They're relying on local. Yeah, local. You know what I'm saying? Like Fargo, North Dakota, 3 hours away. So if you hit up my boy Matt Entz, who's the head coach of North Dakota State, you contact him, man, he would love to find out about the next big thing in the Twin Cities. Right. But somebody got to call him. Because otherwise, he just don't know, like Ijan over there at Harding. Right. Like, you think that South Dakota State just knows that he exists at Harding? You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know he's there. Somebody got to tell them. Yeah. And that's where I feel like the high school coaches really got to step up and play their role, play their position.